So with everything going on, I know a lot of y'all have been looking for ways to make extra money, particularly from home, given that many businesses are shutting down again and there's a pandemic going on and everything. So I decided to look into ways that y'all can make money from home. And one site that I kept seeing being recommended on blogs over and over again is this site called InboxDollars. So I decided to check it out. Hey, I mean, if it's worth it, I'd want to share it with you, right, during these trying times. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to review this InboxDollars site in this video. I actually took an hour of my time to personally use InboxDollars to see how much I made. I'll tell you the details on that later in the video. Spoiler alert, it wasn't very much money at all. I'm frankly not very impressed by InboxDollars. I'll fill you in with all that, but I don't want to taint your opinion on InboxDollars just yet. Wait for the end for that. But before we get into that, let's start from the top. InboxDollars. Okay, you can do this on your phone. I think they have an app. It was easier for me to record on my computer, so I'm just going to use my computer here. So signing up was pretty easy. It took all of about a minute or so. You drop your email, your password, you click sign up. You do this, you get a $5 bonus for activating your account. But of course, you can't take that out immediately. The lowest threshold to cash out is $15. Okay, so don't look at this as an easy $5 because it's not. You will have to spend hours of your life using InboxDollars to hit the $15 threshold to cash out. How many hours? Well, I'll tell you later in this video my hourly rate, at least in my experience. Then you do this kind of sign up survey thing. And of course, they want you to do this so they know about you and your demographic data, because what they do is essentially sell your data, not you as an individual. They don't sell your individual data, but your data grouped along with others' data in your demographic, right? Based on what you do in InboxDollars, what ads you click on, your survey responses and all that, that gets grouped and sold. So you get 50 cents for completing that survey. It took me all of 3 minutes to sign up, complete that survey, and get $5.50 in my Inbox account. Okay, not bad, right? But again, you can't cash out until you get $15. Now, I will say this. You can see it right underneath the message saying I got 50 cents for completing that profile survey. One way to hit that $15 threshold fast is to sign up for one of these offers that they pitch. For example, if you sign up with Stash Invest, you get $25. You may have to wait a while for that to credit, but that's one way to do it. Just keep in mind that, say, for Stash Invest, you're opening a brokerage account, right? So it's a little bit involved. You have to give your social security number and all that. And how this works is Stash gives InboxDollars a commission for getting people to sign up. And then of that commission that InboxDollars gets from Stash, InboxDollars gives you $25 for signing up through them, right? So InboxDollars get the commission, give you a portion of it. That's how this game works, right? I didn't sign up for any of this stuff. I didn't want to deal with that. Another thing to keep in mind here is that the offers you see in InboxDollars or any other platform like this might not be the best offer you can find on the internet. You might be able to get $30 for Stash somewhere else. And it's the same for the cash back you get for shopping through the InboxDollars shopping portal. I'll mention that later. Okay, so I finished the survey and all that. Back at the home screen, and what do? I see a trivia question for one of my favorite holiday movies, It's a Wonderful Life. It asks, in that film, who lost $8,000? Answer is obviously Uncle Billy. So I answered that, and then what happened? Well, I got my little bar at the top filled up to that first $sign box. It doesn't mean I actually earned money for answering that trivia question. All that means is that I have a chance to use a virtual scratch-off to potentially win some money. So keep that in mind. After I answered that trivia question, I got hit up for a survey. It said the survey would take about 20 minutes and pay 25 cents. That's like the equivalent of 75 cents an hour. Pass, not worth it, not doing it. So then I checked out the reward. Sure enough, minimum threshold to get paid out is $15. You can get $15 into PayPal, which I would do, right? Because that's essentially cash or possibly maybe an Amazon gift card. There are a lot of other gift cards with various cash out minimums. You can see them here. Full disclosure here, I did not spend enough time in InboxDollars to hit the $15 threshold, okay? So I can't independently verify or confirm that it actually pays out as promised. But InboxDollars says in their help section that payments are processed on the first Wednesday that occurs at least 8 days after payment was requested. Then I checked out this list here where it says complete these activities and get a 50-cent bonus. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So next one on this list, because I already activated my account and completed the profile survey, next one on the list is to print a coupon. So I click do. I was taken to a screen that told me if I print a coupon, I'll get 2 cents. And if I actually redeem the coupon, I'll get 10 cents. So I saw a coupon for cereal, selected it. I had to verify my phone number. That was easy with coupons.com, which is apparently InboxDollars partner here. Then I printed a coupon. I declined to input my email address because I don't want spam. Now, I have not yet confirmed if I actually get the 10 cents for the coupon. The coupon for $1 off did work at the grocery store, but InboxDollars says it could take 12 weeks for the 10-cent bonus to go into the account. And that's well beyond when I want to get this review out. So look, it's not a lot of money, right? 2 cents for printing a coupon, 10 cents for using it. But look, if you're going to buy any of these products anyway, it's kind of a nice additional 12 cents off essentially per coupon you use, right? Obviously, you don't want to buy anything on here just because you have a coupon. Only use coupons on things you would buy anyway, right? So the coupon thing, it doesn't pay much, but it appears to be legit. At least the coupon was legit, right? I have not actually verified if I got the 10 cents because it could take up to 12 weeks. All right, then what did I do? Then I went to the to-do list and decided to play games and see how much I can make with that. So here's a list of games. I like word games, so I picked the one called Word Wipe. Interesting name and colors. There's kind of an association for me with toilet paper here, with the word wipe and the blue background like water and the white tile colors like white, the color of unused toilet paper. But anyway, I decided to play this one, and I must say the game was actually fun. It's basically a word search game. Every time you advance, your scratcher bar increases toward the $2 sign scratcher box. Now, I played this game for 26 solid minutes. I'll tell you at the end how much that scratcher got me, right? It's not a lot. Let's just say that much. All right, so next thing I did was I clicked on the videos tab where apparently you can earn money for watching videos. I clicked take a discovery break to earn 2 cents because that sounded interesting, but it was actually anything but interesting. Basically what this discovery break was essentially showing you search results for highly monetized search phrases such as college loans for students, with the hope that you will click on the search results and click on one of the advertisers. You don't have to actually click the advertisers or even the search results for it to count. You can simply click next page, then wait about 25 seconds or so, and then click next page again. So all in all, 12 search results at about 25 seconds each. That's about 5 minutes of your time to make 2 cents. Yikes. That's about 24 cents an hour. So obviously better than games because this is directly monetized, I imagine, but still nothing to write home about or even worth it. All right, so what did I do next? I went back to the home screen and watched a how-to video. It was just a how-to video about InboxDollars, and I wasn't paid for it, so that was lame. And the last thing on the checklist to get a 50 cents bonus is to confirm your first paid email. I checked my email inbox for that. I saw it, but I did not confirm it because it said you may receive up to 4 emails per day. Confirm the paid emails to earn rewards, complete the offers and the surveys to earn more cash rewards. So look, I don't want InboxDollars spam in my inbox, right? If you watch this review and you're like,
yeah, I want to do InboxDollars,
maybe it might be worth it to you, but I don't want that in my life. I get enough emails, so I didn't get this 50 cent bonus because I didn't want to confirm the paid emails. But I wasn't done with InboxDollars just yet. I explored the shop feature, which is basically a cashback portal, right? You make a purchase at one of these sites through InboxDollars. Obviously, InboxDollars gets an affiliate commission on that purchase, and they give you a portion of their own commission, typically equal to some percentage of your purchase. So that's how that works. Again, it's very possible that you will find a better cashback percentage for a given store at other cashback sites. Like, for example, I use Rakuten, okay? Link in the description below. You'll get a bonus if you sign up for Rakuten through my link and make a purchase. But anyway, different cashback portals have different cashback percentages at different stores, and sometimes it pays to actually kind of shop around among different cashback portals to see which one offers the highest percentage cashback at the online store you're looking at. Okay, so I didn't actually test out the InboxDollars cashback portal because I didn't want to spend money. But I have no reason to doubt its legitimacy. This is a very common thing on the internet these days, these cashback portals, right? They all kind of work the same. Then I checked out the InboxDollars referral program, and basically you get 30% of the lifetime earnings of friends you refer. Only thing I would say, if you do refer people to this, don't make it sound like they're going to make a whole lot of money and get their hopes up, right? I hate these blogs and a lot of these sites that make sites like InboxDollars sound like
they're amazing, you're going to make all this money.
But as you've seen so far, it's pennies, right? It's pennies. The surveys are a little better. I'll talk about those in a bit. But yes, there is a referral program, okay? All right, last up, I checked out the surveys. I basically scanned the list of available surveys and looked for the one with the highest payouts per estimated time. Picked one that would pay $1 for supposedly 15 minutes, which would come out to like $4 an hour, right? Which, while less than minimum wage, is still a heck of a lot better than the 24 cents an hour for the discovery break, right? So I answered a bunch of questions for a good couple minutes in this survey, but then at the end, it told me I didn't qualify, so that was lame. And InboxDollars doesn't give you anything for surveys you don't qualify for, so that was basically a wasted 2 minutes of my life. Then I saw another survey opportunity, 50 cents for 10 minutes, comes out to $3 an hour, so not bad. I click take survey, spend about a minute answering questions for this one, only to be told as well that I don't qualify. So that's lame. But last but not least, I did one more survey. It says earn 75 cents for 10 minutes, comes out to $4.50 hourly rate, right? So not bad. So I did this one. It was all about ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft. It was actually a fairly fun, interesting survey to answer that forced me to think of why I tend to prefer one over the other, Uber versus Lyft. By the way, which one do you prefer, Uber or Lyft? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, this survey did in fact only take me about 8.5 minutes, so even less than the 10-minute estimate. My account was credited the 75 cents, so that seemed legit. So overall surveys, I spent basically about 13 minutes taking surveys, and that includes the time I spent not just clicking in the surveys, but also choosing surveys and checking my earnings. So all that, right, added together, all that time for 75 cents, right? So what does that come out to if you extrapolate it to an hourly rate? That comes out to $3.46 per hour taking surveys. But of course, keep in mind that I specifically selected the surveys with the highest payout for the time estimate, right? If I continued to do surveys, I would probably be forced to take surveys with diminishing payouts for the time put in. So over time, that hourly rate will get smaller and smaller. What I'm saying is, sure, I made an extrapolated hourly rate of $3.46 in this example, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to sit down for 8 hours a day and make that consistently, right? For one thing, you're eventually probably going to run out of surveys altogether. And for another thing, as you get desperate for more and more surveys, you might be taking surveys that take you, 20 minutes, but only pay you 25 cents, which extrapolated, that's like 75 cents an hour, right? So keep that in mind. All right, the last thing I did in InboxDollars was search. Basically, use InboxDollars to search for things on the internet, and you earn progress on the Scratcher bar. And you can do up to 4 searches a day. Once you do 4 that day, you get a little bit of progress on the Scratcher bar. Speaking of the Scratcher bar and Scratchers, let's go back to the game earnings real quick because I haven't covered that yet. So, like I said, I played that word game for about 25 minutes. And what did I get for that? I got a Scratcher. What did I win on that Scratcher? I won 3 cents. So the hourly rate for those games basically comes out to 6.9 cents per hour. Not a very good hourly rate, but hey, if you're going to play word games like this anyway, I guess you can make a dime doing it if you play for a couple hours, right? But I will say the game was somewhat entertaining. It was a kind of pretty fun word search game. It was fast. It didn't glitch out on me, so there's that. There's the fun factor here. You do technically, I guess, get paid for playing games, but again, it's 7 cents an hour, not $7 an hour, 7 cents an hour, okay? At least in my experience. So overall, in my 1 hour InboxDollars, I made $6.30 for that hour, but keep in mind that $5.50 of this was simply the $5 sign-up bonus as well as the 50-cent profile survey bonus. Take that away, and it comes out to a measly 80 cents, right? So based on my own experience, I'd estimate that you'll make about 6.9 cents per hour playing InboxDollars games, maybe about 25 cents an hour doing highly monetized activities like the discovery break thing, with other activities inbox somewhere in that range. The exception, of course, being surveys, which I would estimate you could make at a maximum, maybe $3.50 an hour. But like I said, you need to keep in mind that you're going to get diminishing returns, right? You won't be able to sustain that for an 8-hour day. Either you'll run out of surveys, or the survey quality will be extremely low, meaning the more surveys you do, the more you're going to have to be willing to take surveys that could last 20 minutes, but you only make 25 cents, right? Which, like I said, that's like 75 cents an hour, okay? So you got to keep all this stuff in mind. So overall, pros and cons. Pro, InboxDollars didn't seem to send me spam. Now, if I had confirmed that first paid email thing that I mentioned previously, I probably would have been spammed. I mean, they clearly want you to do that, right? Because they offer a 50-cent bonus for doing that. But because I didn't do that, I haven't been spammed. They do send a few emails a day. Nothing crazy. I was able to unsubscribe to them and they stopped sending them, right? So that's a pro. Another pro is that they do offer cash out via PayPal. A lot of other sites only do gift cards, but InboxDollars does have a PayPal cash out option. Cons, biggest con is just the low earnings that I detailed previously. You're not going to make a lot here in InboxDollars. Another con is despite the low earnings, you have to wait until you hit $15 in your balance to actually cash out, which could take you a long time, given that you're not making much per hour. If I had to guess, I'd guess that part of the business model here is assuming that the majority of individuals who sign up for the site will never have enough in their balance to cash out, meaning that the website got their data that they can combine with the data from thousands of other people who never hit the cash out minimum and package that data and those findings and sell it and make money off of it without actually paying the actual survey takers. So keep that in mind. Another con is that you don't get anything for surveys you don't qualify for, not even a penny or two, right? You can spend a few minutes seeing if you qualify for a survey, You don't qualify, you get nothing. So overall, what am I saying? I'm saying, look, InboxDollars may very well pay you a very low amount for easy tasks you can do on your phone or your computer, but it's very little money. And you have to keep in mind the $15 cash out threshold, which can take you hours upon hours of doing stuff in InboxDollars to even reach in the first place, right? And remember, before you hit that threshold, you may just be tempted to give up on InboxDollars, right? And not get paid anything, really. So look, if you want to make a few bucks here and there, maybe make 10 bucks a month, 20 bucks a month, have at it, fine. But don't think you're going to get anything more than that out of this, okay? If you're looking for a sustainable source of long-term income, this ain't it, folks. So that is my InboxDollars review. Thank you so much for watching. I want to know from you if there are any other apps or websites you would like me to review. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.